Welcome to the Tea and the Take. I am your host, Gabriella Wisdom, and today I have Juliette Cecile, actress, model, artist, icon.
Yes.
The first night we met, I think you told me a story about how you terrify men, and that was the moment I knew we just became friends. And I was like, I want to be her.
I love it. I think it is my favorite part of me.
It's
terrifying men.
It's one of my favorite parts of you. You told me a story about like how like when you walk in and you walked into a room and like everyone was just like, and I was like, oh, to have that effect.
It's only if I want to have that effect.
Absolutely.
Though. But yes.
You never want that to be a constant thing.
Oh, no.
Just depends on the situation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I rode on that high for a few days after that.
The high of that experience or the high of meeting me?
Both. But yes, for sure. Like the high of just making that little man.
You know what was so funny? You know that thing that happens in LA whenever you see somebody and you think you know them and then you realize, oh, they're actually an actor and you don't know them and you've never met them. When I saw her recently at a party. I have seen her photos and I've been following her for so long and I like do little comments because I love her style. I just thought we were already friends. And I came up to say hi to her. And as we're talking, I realized we've never spoken.
We've never met.
Never met. And I'm just like, oh, this is one of those LA moments where I think we're best friends. And she's like, I have no idea who you are. But then she did. And now we're friends. But it was just like really funny for me because I started to like get that during our conversation. I'm like, oh, wait, that's right. We've never even DM'd.
It's happened to me so many times where I would recognize people on the street and be like, you live here now? This is amazing. Girl has never seen me before.
At my restaurant job the other day, Brendan Fraser came in and I know we're not friends, but like there's like a familiarity of me being like, I know who you are. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll show you to your table. And they were like, you need to be more chill. You need to act like you don't know who he is. And I'm like, I didn't like gush over him, but like, I'm not going to be like, oh, what's your name? But I'm just going to be like, let me show you to your table. Welcome. You know, I don't know. That was me personally. I thought he appreciated it. We had a nice conversation.
I don't know Brandon. How I would react if, I haven't met that many celebrities, I think, in LA.
To be fair, I knew he was coming in.
Oh, so you had time to prepare.
Yeah. He was like, he's on the list. So I'm walking him to his table, right?
Did you prepare something to say?
Yes, I actually was like, actress, model, table walker, right this way. On the table, I was like, did you know I've also lived here for 7 years? I'm an actress. It's so weird. Do you recognize me? Oh, you don't? That's because I have never been anything you'd have seen. But no, I just asked about his day and he was very, very sweet and had like a little conversation and said bye to me on the way out, whatever.
He seems like a very sweet person. There's a few celebrities that I've either worked with or met that have been shockingly nice. Mm-hmm. Like Shailene Woodley.
Really?
Very, very sweet.
I love that.
And let me see who else. Rebel Wilson.
Very nice.
So sweet.
You know who I met?
Nice.
I am so bad at names. Please help me. Bridget Jones' Diary, the main star. What is her name? I always forget. She's incredible.
She got plastic surgery.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my God. So there's Colin Firth on that set. Mm-hmm. There's Hugh Grant on that. And there's
anyway, I met her and I worked with her over a weekend and she talked to me and like everyone else on set, like we were friends. We didn't film for another week. The next weekend, she knew my name. She remembered my name and asked me about the thing I told her I was doing the last weekend.
See, that's
and I was
just
like, I was like, honestly, I didn't feel one way or another about you. I love her now. I still love her to this day because I'm just like, I can't do that. A lot of people tell me their first name and I forget it. I'm constantly around people. I'm constantly meeting people at both my jobs.
But you remember faces.
I do remember faces. And I work really hard to remember names, but like that blew me away because I was like nobody on that set.
I'm not going to be able to think about anything else but her name. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Go for it. It's going to hit us when we stop thinking about it.
Yeah, of course.
So we're going to have a little picture for a pop-up right here. With the
her
name
is.
Her name is. We're bad actresses. Bad. I worked with a producer one time that would constantly talk about people in the industry and like use their names. And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. You have to use their character names. Mm-hmm. I'm a bad actress.
Do you know Doug Jones?
What did he do?
He's a character actor, monster actor.
Okay.
So you don't really see his face very much, but he is in like all of those morph suits. He did the Pan Labyrinth. Mm-hmm. Like the he did
I think I know who you're talking about. Yes.
He's the sweetest man I've ever met.
Oh,
He's the sweetest man I've ever met.
that's so sweet.
He's like so kind, so sweet. I was like, and he remembers your name, and he's like, he remembers people. He's so kind.
As much as I love these moments that we get to have, they're so special. I also try really hard not to take offense whenever we don't get to have these moments with celebrities, because they are people. They don't owe us a great interaction whenever they're meeting so many people all day long. Like, they're allowed to have emotions. Of course, it stings whenever it's like not what you want. But it's like, how many times have I run into somebody, even at a job or like just in a moment, and I don't go out of my way to like ask about their day or just like give them a smile. I'm just like trying to get through whatever it is that thing is.
What if they have diarrhea? You don't know.
You have no idea.
Like they're like clenching right now.
They're like, I just need to get through this moment to get to a bathroom.
to get to my car. And you're like, hey, you were so great. You're like,
And it's like the amount. I think I'd be so bad at being a celebrity, because I have a lot of bad days where I'm like, I'm glad I'm anonymous today because I'm not in the mood.
There's a few people that have recognized me from
me being one of them.
That I've done.
Me being one of them.
Right. But like out and about when you're doing something that's very non-glamorous, you're buying tampons at Target, you're like doing something and you know, a group of people.
Oh, so you know what it's like to be a celebrity is what you're saying. You are a celebrity.
That is the one time that I was just like, what is happening?
Not now, please.
And I was just like, this is like.
You're like, these tampons are not for me, obviously.
Extra, super, mega plus for white set vaginas. But like, also like, I can't imagine this happening every day. It was interesting to have it happen one day. I was like, okay. Oh, wow. And I was by myself, not my kid, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what if it happens every day and you're out with your family and your things and you're just like, you can't protect anybody, or like you're, you know, coming out of surgery and like just like living life as a human.
But that could be a reality for you, because you are an actress who just booked a what? Oh, that's right. A feature film who starts filming tomorrow. So might be something you have to get used to.
I think I might disappear before that happens. I might just find a bunker to live in.
I understand, but is there anything that you're allowed to say about this project?
I mean, it's a really fun story. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
What genre is it?
Sci-fi.
And what's your role?
I am the girl next door,
which is love that.
Wild, because I've never thought of myself as a girl next door. I've always thought of myself as the like thumb in the back, like the weird prickly thing in the background.
It's so funny because you have such incredible modeling photos, but like you're so comedic, and you're like, I can see you always being cast as like the rich, hot mom, girl, whoever it is. Yeah, that's
pretty much what I've done.
You're so funny, and you're so like off the cuff funny. Like, I can see you playing like the most comedic villain so easily. And
that is my dream. That is my dream. That is my dream. That is my dream.
Villains are so fun to play. It's like, let me be mean. I never let myself.
Well, I just want to be unhinged.
Yeah.
I just want to plot
absolutely
crazy stuff.
Well, but not this time. This time you're a girl next door.
No, but this time I'm just the girl next door. I'm not just the girl next door, but I am the girl next door.
Incredible. I cannot wait to see this. I'm going to have to go see it with you.
Well, hopefully I do a good job. It's not filmed yet.
Oh, I know you'll do a good job. I've seen your work. You've done quite a few other things. You want to talk about some of your other projects?
I've done a lot of commercials this year. I've done a feature, another one in like earlier in the spring. I've done a few verticals as well. I've done a few shorts. I kind of do it all. I haven't kind of figured out what the main vibe for me is yet. I'm just like,
how do you feel about the verticals versus like other film, like short films or features?
Well, it depends in terms of genres or in terms of production, in terms of acting.
Whatever your take is on it.
I think it's a great training ground for actors that need training.
It's also a great, because I've had my experiences with it via somebody very close to me who has done a lot. So I happen to know that. Yeah, I have. Shout out my ex-boyfriend and all the women he slept with. But
not me,
not her. But it's a very incestuous world. But that's it
is very incestuous. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Trust me. I'm aware now. I'm aware. But I do know that it's also like really good money, especially for actors. Like I'm working like 4 survival jobs right now. And it's like, if I was doing verticals full time, the way that a lot of the other people are, I wouldn't need to do that. But I do think that verticals do kind of run you down, because I know that the shooting schedule is crazy. It's so many hours. It's back to back. And it takes commitment. It is a great training ground.
Yes, you
It's
could
crazy.
have a great production team. You could have a really professional production team and have a shoot that just is smooth and amazing, or not.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're gonna
I've
get.
seen both sides of it from my perspective as a spectator.
Yes.
So.
And you can also have production that is caring and sweet and professional and will anticipate your needs. And you could also have a production that doesn't want to pay you.
Yes. And that is kind of the risk. Yeah. That is the risk that you kind of run.
You went to set.
Yep.
You put on wardrobe. You did your makeup. You learned your lines or line. Was it one line?
Who knows? There's still payment.
And then
you still got to pay for it.
The scene never happened because their schedule was crazy. And then at the end, the producer is like, hey, so we didn't get to your scene.
And you're like, okay, that's fine. Just go ahead and send my paycheck and let me know when you need me again. Okay?
Yeah, no, that's not what happened.
I'm getting the feeling. It's
I was like, oh.
The vertical world is like the Wild West right now, and it's crazy because I haven't gotten into it myself, because I'm a little scarred, as you would assume.
But these experiences are rare. I feel like most of the ones I've had were positive,
but not the one that I had. Yeah. That's the problem. I'm always like, who's going to be on the project? Because it's a little uncomfortable to be like, oh yes, that girl.
Oh my gosh,
because I'm a girl's girl, but like there's a
lot
lot of girls he's gone through, and it's a little uncomfortable at times. So I just kind of stay away from it. I feel like that's his world, and I let him rule it. And this is mine.
And honestly, good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I've heard that verticals are like the new, like how people used to like see actors, like I would never date an actor, and now it's like, oh, they're an actor, okay, oh, they do verticals, no thank you. And it's more about like who's big in verticals, especially the men. I don't hear it as much about the women, but I have in a lot of my friend groups. This is not like a personal experience to me, this is something I've heard talked about with a lot of women. They're like, oh, he's a guy and he does verticals. Yeah, no, I'm passing.
I love the women in verticals.
I do too. I've met a lot.
I love them so much. My best friend Ashley is the queen of verticals. Rebecca does great verticals. I just took her photo because she's on a billboard. Stoughton, I think.
And she works with Aaron a lot.
Potentially.
I believe so. Aaron is a friend of mine, and I'm not shaming the men that do verticals. The women are amazing. Yeah, I know you weren't. But
I've never had any problem with any women. They're all great. Dorothy, a goddess. Like all these people, beautiful. But weirdly enough, I don't want to spill too much. However,
spill it.
Is the only people that I have worked with on those vertical sets that were unprofessional.
Let me guess. We're the men.
Yeah. The leads in particular.
I've heard a lot of horror stories from the women. The thing that happened with my ex did, strangely enough, introduce me to a lot of women in the vertical world, because that's where a lot of it was taking place.
Oh my God, it's 100% of them. I'm just like doing the math in my head. It's 100% of the leads.
Yeah. But a lot of them, we had great conversations. There's only one girl that me and her did not really get along because that was the affair partner. But other than that, such amazing women. And I think it's so great, especially for actors that have maybe never been in anything before. And now they're coming up in this new platform.
Yes.
And it is the Wild West of what are you getting paid? How many hours? It's like they're creating their own little world. And I think they're having award shows now, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So right now what's coming out is they're having award shows, they're having panels, and they're having payment discussions right now, because it came out that
the men are getting paid way more.
The men are getting paid up to 2-3 times more than female leads, and female leads carry the show.
My ex was making about $1,200 per day, and his co-star was making $600.
Yeah. Not surprised. I'm sorry. I'm yelling.
And she actually, and this was the girl that was his affair partner. So I I don't really have
No, but
those
still,
feelings.
it's, you
But
know.
she was booked to do a month of filming in another country.
Oh yeah.
And he made her paycheck in the only like the 2 weeks that he was there. And I thought that was really sad.
Yeah. No,
Because
I've heard the
it's
same.
literally about women and it feels like it's like a women empowerment. But I'm like, you're literally doing what the vertical
not.
is like. Yeah, it's not. But like all the women, it's like the stories are about the women to be like, oh, this poor woman,
You
look
get
at her.
beaten, you
Mhm.
get raped, you
Yep.
get abused,
crazy.
attacked. It's so much stunt work,
Yep.
so much like venomous talk and like lines against you. It's like it's really tough mentally, emotionally. You have to cry all the time. And the men, what do? They do, oh, Bella, I will be your husband.
I
You don't
am a
have
little
choice.
worried that it is creating this world where there are some very, very young women who are getting exposed to men that are not, they should not be
Billionaires?
in the acting space.
Yeah.
The age disparity is crazy because I know my ex shot and had very romantic scenes with a girl who had like turned 18 like a month before, and he's like about to be 31, and that's like a normal thing in Hollywood. But the problem is in Hollywood people are held to a higher standard. There's lots of like HR involved. I don't think they're caring as much on these sets,
So-
and it's a little scary. I've heard some really scary things.
And the first of the experiences that I've had, there wasn't any intimacy coordinators or stunt or anything, but now they're getting more streamlined, and
Mhm.
now there's more care in terms
Good.
of like intimacy and everything. And also because of those award shows and people
Yeah.
like paying attention worldwide, now there's more talks about, whoa, this is incestuous.
Mhm.
This character is 19 and she's having relations with her father's best friend.
Yeah.
All of these are super wrong. Or like her step uncle, or like it's porn.
It really is. I mean,
But it's not. I don't know.
it
who-
really is like one step away. And,
honestly.
and
But again, hire me.
Yeah.
I love eating and having a roof over my head, and I'm not above it.
there was a lot of things that my ex did that he found very cringy, and he like loved and hated the world at the same time. But as well as saying that, he did like, there was one project that was like really comedic, and I never watched any of them, but I saw the clips from that one and I was like, this is really well done.
Yeah, now we
So-
know which production companies and
Yeah.
which platforms favor better scripts, or which ones favor AI written generated
Also,
scripts.
like, just color grade it. Maybe there's some of them that I'm just like, did did you just like film it? You're like, good.
Yeah,
It just,
but like some of them are really good and
Yeah.
beautiful, and like now they're shooting them. There's one production company in particular that shoots them both in horizontal and vertical, because they're going to release them on other apps in like full feature.
I've heard
horizontal
that.
movies, and I love that.
Actually, I have a movie out called Wilting Rose.
Oh,
And I know the producer and director sold it to the vertical platforms, and they said they were
they're
going to
just recutting.
they're going to recut it. He did this months ago. I just found out about it, but I haven't seen it anywhere. And so the whole movie is a very like quiet movie. There's not a lot of dialogue. And I'm like, I don't see this going very well,
I mean,
but we'll see.
it depends.
We'll see
I
what
mean,
they
it
do.
depends. Like you could kind of like, I could see it with like music and like,
Yeah.
kind of,
Just the story is going to be like 13 episodes is my point, because it's so short. But I'm interested to see what like their cut of it. I'm so interested to see that.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
wanna
horror
see.
movie. There's no like love scenes.
Okay. So they don't have horror in vertical.
Yeah.
They don't have horror.
Mhm.
They don't really have like, sometimes they have like mafia stuff, which you could
Where's the
equate
horror?
to be like, there's no horror. We want gore.
Untapped genre
I
of
want
verticals.
horror. I want pure comedy.
Mhm.
Because like rom-coms are fun,
Oh.
but like pure comedy, like Jackass vibe
Mm-hmm.
comedies.
I'm gonna be honest. There's no vertical I've ever seen that's made me be like, I'm gonna pay for this. I am not interested in the CEO billionaire whatsoever. Make something more realistic for my genre. Be like,
Like a Sex in the City.
yeah, Sex and the City. Like make it more realistic to what we usually watch, because I'm not believing that a billionaire or whatever. It's too much for my brain to comprehend.
Yeah.
But like if they make him more realistic, which I've seen, there's a few like cowboy ones or whatever, and I'm like, okay.
And these are the
did
best
it?
ones.
Did it? Ashley do a cowboy one.
And that was one of the best. That's the company that does really, really good. And it was rounded and real. And I may have paid for a few episodes.
Really?
Yes, I did.
I mean,
it was so
you
good.
You should. I never saw anything from it. I just saw her like posting about it, but I never saw clips myself, which is why I never like went into it.
They were good.
But I'm just like, make more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the CEO billionaire is played out at this point. I personally, for me, don't want it. I don't want it anymore. Bring something more real. Bring horror to it. Bring comedy.
I want horror so bad.
This platform is so perfect for comedy. It's comedic in itself.
Because it has to be fast.
Yes, that's my point. And it's so bad. It's some of it. I'm sorry. Some of it is so bad that it can be good.
She said it.
I'm sorry to be a hater. Some of it is so bad that if it was a comedy, it would be good. You know what I mean?
I think comedy is an untapped, like horror, all of that, like Scream, scary movie, would be so fun.
I think once they realize that, it's going to take off in a way that they don't even expect. It's already huge right now, and it's already taken off. But like they do that, they're gonna have like actual hooks into the entire.
Okay, this is for the world. This is for the producers and the directors and the writers. I'm so down to do vertical, but let's make it fun.
Yeah.
We don't have to marry CEOs. We don't have to be beaten down by angry mistresses. How about we get stuck in a cabin? Is a cabin in the woods? No, but like something like that, like in Montana.
Do a murder mystery. Do a serial killer one, but don't make it sexy. Do not make it sexy, but do like a serial killer one.
If you make it sexy, just make it a little sexy.
Make it sexy with not the serial killers, what I'm saying, please.
Yeah.
That's, have, like don't make the serial killer like a sexy thing. Like make it the person who saves them in whatever way. Hopefully
make it
the woman.
Scary. Or like a mafia political undercover thing, like House of Cards. Well, is it too close to reality? I don't know. Or like, something like Legally Blonde, like something fun like
There's
that.
just so many untapped. I feel like most companies are doing the same script over and over, and there's so much untapped genres out there that they could be really just being like, hey, we're gonna do this.
It's all about money.
It's gonna take one company to take a chance.
Yeah.
And like get your best people. Get the people that have the following now that you helped build because everyone loves them. Rebecca and Aaron, people love them together. Book them for some badass like mafia CEO.
So that's what's happening right now.
We're not doing CEO.
So Ashley is shooting right now a vertical.
She was supposed to be here today. But she's shooting.
Busy.
Yeah, when is she not?
Busy girl. But she's shooting a rom-com right now. That is a vertical, but that was written by friends of ours.
Oh, amazing.
Produced by friends of ours.
I'm excited.
Real people, made by real people for real people, and it's grounded and it's real and she's having a great time and it's comedic, and so I think it's a good.
This is what we need. This is when the tides turn. This is when I start auditioning for them again.
Yeah, they don't want me though.
They don't want me either, girl. I'm not blonde and I'm not 18. I've been told, girl. They tried to book me to play a double XL. I told you that, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna hire you to play." This was their words.
Fat suit?
Nope. They said we're gonna hire you to play the fat girl, but we're gonna hire someone else to play the skinny version of you. And I said, "Oh, is there gonna be like a fat suit?" And they said, "No, we don't. We don't have the budget for that." And I'm like, "So I'm playing double XL girl, and I'm not in it. Like I know I'm not a size 0, and I'm very happy and comfortable with my body. I have made friends with my flaws. I am happy with who I am."
But how small was the small girl supposed to be?
I have no idea, but not only for me, but for anyone watching, I was like, if somebody is watching this and they're looking at me and being like, yeah, that girl is fat, I don't care what they think of me. That's money in my pocket regardless. But the stigma that's going to put on them to be like, oh, I look like her, so now I'm fat too. I'm like, hell no, don't ever contact me again. And I think I definitely burnt that bridge because I was so offended. And I was like, I get that I'm not a stick and I get that I'm bigger than the girls you usually cast. And guess what? I work out for those curves. And I do not care if you do not like them. But that is not what a double XL looks like.
Well, they obviously liked them because they wanted to hire you.
Yeah.
I got one that was for like a 55 or something year old woman, housewife. And the audition had a bunch of lines that were similar. That was like, oh, I'm just such a dumb housewife. Nobody would want me because I'm such a dumb,
I think I did this audition.
ignorant housewife. And I got a call back for it. And I was just like, as I'm doing it, she was like, can you like kind of like really going. And I'm like, I'm really dumb. And I was like, she's like, I know the line is stupid. I'm like, okay, but if you want the emotion, can I say like, maybe like, I'm a single mom and like men don't want me because I'm a single mom, you know?
Yeah.
And then like, it's just like, because I'm old, I'm so old and like past my prime. And I'm just like,
we need to stop selling this to people. We need to stop selling this to people. When I turned 30, I like cried on my birthday and I was like, I can't believe I'm 30. I am 32 now and I have never loved my life more. I never want to go back to any years previous, you know?
Same.
And
same.
To think that I thought like, turning 30 was like the worst thing that could happen to me. And I get it, when you're 23, that sounds awful. Trust me, when you get here, you're going to be like, I never want to be 20. I would never wish being 23 again. Because once your brain fully forms, that's when life gets fun, honey.
Yeah.
That's when you go out for...
And you start scaring men in a good way.
That's what I was going to say.
I was going to say.
That's when
like, you just grow ovaries.
You're just like, oh, I had a conversation with my ex-boyfriend from high school the other day and he blocked me.
Yay.
Yeah. And I was like, he was like, oh, we were in love. And I'm like, you traumatized me, sir. Like it.
Was he older?
No. Just very, I think we have concluded, if there's one thing we can all agree with during this podcast, is I have horrible taste in men.
I think
it started with him. And I actually made a funny comment on a different post and it was in regards to not him. And he took it personal. Mind you, we've been broken up for 14 years. He took it personal and commented on it. And this was like last week. And I was like, why are we talking? But this is not about you. And it escalated. Anyway, I digress.
My
point
love
is
ex-boyfriends. So fascinating.
When your brain fully forms, that you are going to become enlightened in a way that you have never been before. And you're going to look back and be like, what was I thinking? And the answer is going to be that you weren't. You were not thinking.
You didn't have a brain to think with.
No, it wasn't there. And that's why it happened. Mm-hmm. But also it was really crazy to hear my ex-boyfriend's perspective of, but we were in love. And I'm like, when I talk about you, it is in fear and as a cautionary tale. And it's to my therapist so we can unravel the harm that you did to me, because I think that was like my first relationship. And it was like an outline of how I let men treat me after.
Oh, wow.
And it's still my fault. I still participated in the relationship. I take full responsibility for staying as long as I did and putting up with the things I did. I didn't know better and I do now. But that relationship set a standard that was really, really poor. Yeah. And I look back on it and I don't think fondly of any of those memories.
How old were you?
I was 17 to 20. I literally moved to Texas to get away from him. And he was like, we were in love. And I'm like, yes,
that's what I did too.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not remembering it the same way because I'm remembering it with my new brain. And it was not good. So...
Mine wasn't bad. He was just kind of like a loser. Sorry.
You?
I'm actually really sorry for him because I think I don't think he's a loser anymore. I think he's just had a hard time finding his life path.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Now he has, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I was definitely wildly on a different path and I was dying to go do things and he was dying to stay with his mama. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. He just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I was hella ready.
Yeah.
And then when we broke up, he was like, but you were the woman of my life. I'm like, I doubt that's true because then you would have.
But see, the thing is, men only want what they can't have. And this particular ex-boyfriend from high school, he would reach out to me almost every year and like leave me a drunk voicemail being like, you're the love of my life. And I'm like, don't you have a wife and 2 kids? That's right, you do.
Oh no!
He doesn't anymore, obviously.
But
he still would do that, and it still like has hit me up, and I'm just like, we are not remembering this the same, and also like just from my own what I've learned is like it really does feel like some men. This is anything we say here is never about everybody. There's exceptions to rules. There are people that are different stages in life, but a lot of the men that I have been around, they only want what they can't have. And once that's you, then they want you. And unfortunately, I'm not dating. I will not be dating. I'm not dating. I'm not allowed to pick.
So you can't. So that's why.
Yeah.
Yes. You're not allowed to date because you're the one making those choices.
Exactly.
It is your fault.
And it's my fault for staying in it as long as I do and accepting. So that's why like, I'm like, I tell my friends that I trust, I'm like, if you find somebody that you think is good for me, you set me up, because I'm not dating anyone I meet that I'm like, oh, I like you. I'm like, and that's why I will never date you.
Exactly.
Because I know what I'm attracted
we need to
and it's not
rewire
good.
the brain.
We are working on it.
Yes.
We're in therapy.
It's hard.
It is hard. It's hard, but you know what's harder is doing the same relationship that I've had in the past over again. That's harder. And I will not be doing that again.
Okay, we don't do that.
We're only going up.
We're only going up.
And honestly, I've never felt so happy single.
That's what I've heard from a lot of people this year. This year has been like quite interesting. Lots of my friends are getting divorces. Lots of my friends are, this is what we were talking about.
Yes.
Like breaking up and everything. And like, they seem very happy. And that's not that I'm jealous or anything, but I'm like, damn girl. I mean, is this like a trend I need to hop on? No, it's not. It's not. I swear to God, we're good. But at the same time, damn.
I find that and I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this at work the other day. Every time I've gone through a time in my life, usually a breakup that I feel like I've lost. I've had 3 really major relationships in my life. And every time one of those relationships has ended, I've leveled up so hard just without meaning to. Just with like the way that I cope with the ending of the relationship. And this time I feel like I've outdone myself.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal.
I've never been more proud of myself. And I'm like, the one thing I do think is like, it's sad for me to think that it took losing everything I thought I loved to get everything I wanted. But I'm happy I'm happy for the exchange. I'm happy because it wasn't for me anyway. Mm-hmm. But it does make me sad to be like, everything that I love the most, that was the price I paid for the life that I have now. I'm so tired. I have so many jobs. I'm so busy. I'm so happy. I'm so much happier doing this and like struggling or doing whatever I'm doing than I was being more comfortable in a relationship that was going nowhere.
Comfortable.
That'll kill you.
Because
it killed me.
Lord knows you weren't comfortable.
No, I was not. I was miserable.
But you know how like when maybe you don't because you don't have a kid, but when you take your kid on a trip, mm-hmm. traveling for like a few weeks or something, and then they come back, it's like they level up. Like a new culture, new nothing. Like even like within the US, when you take your kid to travel, they level up because it's not just trauma, it's just like change of scenery. So that what you go through is this, just like
it's leveling up.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I've never, and like, if anything would have ever killed me in my life, I feel like it would be the last couple months. And at this point, like making it to where I am right now, I'm like, I have never been stronger. And I've never in my life felt proud of myself or like felt like I loved myself. And right now, that's another reason I'm not dating is because I'm currently working on falling in love with me and who I am as a person.
How's that going?
It's going really well.
Okay, good.
I'm having a really good time. I'm honestly amazing. I find myself.
I knew that.
I find myself really funny. I find my passion for things like really intoxicating. And I realized like I've never even been friends with myself. And I picture myself, whenever I'm by myself, it's going to sound crazy. I picture myself hanging out with a twin version of me. Aww. And anytime like I look at my body or have something about myself I don't like, I picture this twin version of me.
You friend yourself.
I friend myself. And I'm like, if this other version of me would be upset at the way I'm thinking about ourselves, then like, how dare I think that? Because if I ever have a friend that talks bad about herself, I'm just like, absolutely not. We're not thinking like that. I'm like, I need to apply that to me in my life. And I think that's a great way to end this podcast is really think about the things that we just said in these last 5 minutes. What would you tell a friend of yours that's thinking negatively about the way that you think about yourself? I said that in the most complicated way possible, didn't I?
You're the only person that you're going to live for the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
So you better be nice to you.
Another thought, I wrote this down. I'm not going to say it as eloquently, but like no one can ever love me enough to outweigh how much I don't love myself. And I wrote this in my journal the other day or some part of that. And I was like, and that is, I've always looked for that love in other people. And that's why I've never felt like
they can't fill the hole that you create. That you keep on digging yourself.
You need to have that and not look for it in partners because you're never going to find it. It's going to be intoxicating whenever you get it at first, like getting that getting like love bombed is, it feels so good sometimes when you are somebody who doesn't love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you know that you need to work on you.
Yes.
But I digress. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for coming on.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm a little sweaty, but that's just nerve.
I mean, it's
So
also
sweaty.
it's the lights. Next time we'll get some fans going. You and Ashley have to come on. I absolutely have to have you both. It's going to be crazy when I get you both on here. I know it is.
I don't think you're ready, bitch.
Oh, I'm ready. I don't think you know how ready I am. But thanks for watching, guys. Go give her a follow. Look out for her feature film. We're going to be posting about it, and I'll bring you around to talk about it once we're allowed to speak more.
I can't wait.
I can't
to
wait
film
either.
it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.